Okay, I think we're on. I was sitting here this week and I was like, wow, because I've been going through the next layer of my own awakening. And I was like, this is so deep and so profound. And I just want to get out there and share it so that I can help other people. And I'm having this realization that any pain we're experiencing, anything that is getting our attention, is actually here to serve us and to get us into a new layer of our own evolution and our own growth. And every time we feel into that pain or that situation, we are made to grow. We are made to come into a new awareness, a new consciousness. And this week alone, or the last couple of weeks, I was just like, wow, because I'm starting to appreciate that these situations or the chaos or these kind of things are really, really serving for our own good. And I know that sometimes it can just be so awful to experience that. It can feel like despair or separation, or you might feel in lack or resistance. And it's so often the case that when we move towards something, that we experience everything that we're holding in the body and the resistance, because it needs to come up and out so that it can actually be released and we're not holding it anymore. So I was actually talking to my mother this week, and when I was about 13 years old, I got these like humongous lumps in my armpit. I was at ballet school at the time. And, that age is very delicate for a young girl, just kind of going through puberty, having a lot of changes in the body. And I was so embarrassed by these things in my armpits. But we knew that it wasn't like a physical illness either. Um, and I think they stayed for like 2 weeks or a month. But what it was a symptom of this awakening, because we were shifting into a different energy, into a different vibration. And I don't know, just this week I sat there and I looked back over my life and I was like, holy moly. Like, for those of us who are very sensitive or really understand that there are energies and we feel them in the body, and we are just, yeah, like so receptive and sensitive to these energies, and weird things happen because we start to move towards something, or shifting consciousness, shifting frequency, and the body is going to do what it needs to do to move that energy. Okay, so there's a fantastic book, The Body Keeps the Score. And when we hold stuff inside and then we come into releasing it, and our life circumstances are going to do that anyway, because the whole point of the human journey is to evolve and expand. In my own world, in my eyes, like, I'm never going to tell somebody what they should or shouldn't be doing, what life is about. This is just my own personal truth. So, but you can also look, like, a child is born, it's a little baby, it grows into a child, it grows into a teenager, an adult, an older person, mature, and then inevitably we're all going to die. So you can see that there's this arc of growth, of evolution. And, a little kid isn't going to understand the same things that an adult understands. So on that ground, I guess we can all agree. Where am I going with this? What wants to come through? But yeah, this journey of awakening, and it's so profound sometimes, and so complex, and so painful. And I was on the yoga mat this week, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Because one of the blessings is that life, our body, the experience we're having is going to get our attention to bring us back to ourselves. And this is what I've learned. I am continually learning. I'm going through. I know a lot of other people are going through this. And I'm just like, by sharing my journey, maybe I can help you with yours in some way. So there are a lot of somatic pains. I'm just coming into a space of like really being that unconditional love and holding compassion for those parts, holding compassion for the pain, compassion for, anything that I went through as a younger person that is coming up now, and just like really being the space to allow all of that to happen inside of. And I know that when you're in it, it does not feel good. Trust me, I know. So I had the big lumps in my armpits when I was 13, and so many things since then. And it's like, yeah, the body is just gonna release stuff. It really, really, really is. And just creating the conditions for you to go through that. So like, take a warm bath, get help from a therapist, do some breath work. I don't know, like anything like this. Listen to the body. It's like the body is filled with so much wisdom, and we don't listen. And it's like, I even don't always listen. I know that. I'm not claiming to be perfect or a guru. I don't even actually know what the official meaning of guru is. That's for another conversation. But yeah, it's just like listening to the body, so important. And if you need to rest, rest. Like, how many times have you just known that you're like so stressed out and you don't feel good and you need to breathe, but you've got to do like all of these things in front of you, and there's so many demands and responsibilities, but then you end up being sick for like so much longer. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's no wrong. We do what we think we have to do, and that's totally fine. But I'm just like, I don't know, I'm in a very interesting space where I'm just becoming so aware that I'm holding so much junk and tension. And like every time I go through one of these awakenings or purges or like this tension, I'm like, hey, thanks, body. Thanks for showing me where I've gone off course, or that we're now ready to release something else. And I do this work with clients inside breathwork journeys where we get the body into a really safe sanctuary, and then it's okay, and we let the body know that it's okay to feel those feelings, and then we can just release. So I don't really know where this is going, but I wanted to come online and share a little bit of my journey, and I'm going to be sharing more, and the clarity is coming. But I felt called to share, like, when you're going through the awakening, the dark night of the soul, anything like that, like, you're never alone. And it is all for a higher purpose, even if it absolutely does not feel like that. When we are going through these transitions, 100% guaranteed, we're learning a lesson and something else is coming through. I don't really remember what came through when I was 13 years old and I had golf balls in my armpits. But I do remember multiple times where sickness or lack or, something came in, and it was to shake me up so that I would change my ways of thinking, or change the way I was doing something, or open myself up to receive the new thing. And life is going to do this to us. It's going to shake us about a bit to like let go of the old and what isn't serving us, so that we can open up to the next thing. And so many of my mentors, so many people say, like, what you resist persists. So if something is trying to change and you're not letting it, it's kind of going to be a lot harder. And a beautiful flock of birds just went across the sky. Oh, you can't see because I'm inside, and you have, wow, It's like a garden and sitting area. So yeah, allow your journey to unfold just as it is. Understand that you are always guided, you are always loved, and trust. And this used to really, really, really annoy me. Trust the process, they say. Yeah, sometimes those are not the words you want to hear, and I get that because sometimes I don't want to hear it either. Um, but yeah, having trust that it's all going to work out is a great place to start. And celebrate that you get to feel your body, that you get to be in your body, that we are sensual beings and we get to have this life experience. Even on the hardest, darkest days, this is a beautiful, beautiful time, because sometimes when we get to those dark places, we actually do reach out to somebody for help, and that might be exactly what we need. So, from my heart to yours, let's go on this journey together, and I'm going to be sharing more and more and more. So, thank you so much, and see you soon. Oh, this is Esther Dickinson, by the way, so you can check out the channel. I'm going to be doing more videos, whatever wants to come through in the moment, because I like to work in the flow. And let's see where this goes. So, all my love, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.